value for the performance that you're getting. So I don't think too much is going to change there. People are getting a bit, caught up with the X570 motherboards being very pricey, but AMD's already said you don't have to get an X570 motherboard. Performance is exactly the same with a B450 or X470 motherboard. So AMD's claimed that. Again, we'll test it, but it'd be weird for them to say that and then it be different. So it seems like you can get something like there's a couple of really high quality B450 motherboards that aren't terribly expensive, or just over $100 US. So you can grab one of those and then you can stick an 8-core processor on it for not much, and you should have a really, really high-end system capable of some good productivity stuff, gaming, whatever. So I think it's still going to be pretty good. People are getting a bit caught up with these rumors or confirmed pricing for expensive X570 motherboards that aren't necessarily necessary. Okay, I think we have a monitor question here. But, we haven't got Tim, so I'll do my best. Can a 4K 60Hz monitor do 120Hz in 1440p or 1080p? It seems like a few of you are interested by this question. Short answer is no. So if that was the case, say it was 144Hz, because we have a couple of 4K 144Hz panels that I'm aware of. If it could do that at 1440, question at all. It's just funny that so many people are curious about that. I suppose because we sit and you don't see the lower half of our body most of the time. So I don't know. Anyway, there's nothing I really hate. I really like all the questions you guys ask. It's always interesting to us. Sometimes it helps with content that we create because it's based on things you guys are interested in. And it's just always really awesome to hear from the audience. So there's nothing I hate. Probably the difficult ones to answer are the ones that we can't really answer, like the ones that I've sort of tackled here where I've had to speculate or guess. I suppose maybe you guys are interested in hearing our guesses. Again, we don't put a huge amount of thought and effort into the guesses, so it's not really doing your questions justice, but at the end of the day, no matter how much research we do, it's a bit more of an educated guess, but it's still a guess all the same. So we rather just wait and give you guys the actual information than risk misleading you. So that's that really. I'll move on to the next one from Brian. Let's see, where are you, Brian? Here we are. How much difference would the IPC improvement of Zen 2 compared to Zen or Zen Plus make on GPUs like Vega 56/64, GTX 1070, 1070 Ti, 1080, RTX 2060 and 2070, so pretty much all mid-range GPUs? Would it also give a noticeable boost in FPS, or will it only have an impact on high-end GPUs such as the RTX 2080 Ti? I suppose the best answer for that question would really be what I often say, depends on the game. So for the most part, you would be with those GPUs, you'd be GPU limited, even with sort of a more affordable CPU. So, when you're playing at 1440p with high to ultra quality settings, you're very much GPU limited. So for games such as World War Z, Rage 2, probably Far Cry, and a list this long of other mostly GPU-bound games, it won't make a difference. That's not to say it won't make a difference everywhere. So games that are very single-threaded, single-core, maybe StarCraft, maybe, I don't know, any games like that. So I think all those roller coaster sort of games, the city-building games, they'll see a noticeable uptick in performance thanks to increased IPC, also clock speed, memory performance, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's really game dependent more than the GPU. Obviously, with an RTX 2080 Ti at 1080p, you'll see a performance increase everywhere. Less so at 1440p, and then maybe almost not at all at 4K because you're extremely GPU limited there. So yeah. Anyway, I'm interested to do the benchmarks and find out what's what when we do, but that's what I'd guess. Okay, interesting question here. Personal question. These are always good. Hopefully he's not asking how tall I am. Why does Steve look and feel like an Aussie, okay, while Tim is really a well-behaved and disciplined bloke who doesn't even feel Aussie? I'm going to need a moment to process that one. So I'm not even sure whether I should be offended by this question or I'm just a little confused. So, yeah, I come across as very much an Aussie bloke. I don't know why, and I don't know why Tim doesn't. Tim's very much a straight shooter, very technical, doesn't mess around or beat around the bush, just gets straight into the information. So maybe that's, and I sort of joke around a bit more, maybe a bit more lighthearted. I think that's possibly also an age thing. Like I said, I'm about 11 years older than Tim. So, yeah, I think when I was younger, like Tim, I probably would have been a bit similar to Tim. But yeah, I'm not sure what to take away from that one. But I do like to joke around and mess around a bit and be a bit lighthearted, and because it is very technical stuff, and sometimes it can be quite serious. So I try to have fun with it, and you guys seem to enjoy that. And Tim does do a bit of that as well. But yeah, I don't really have an answer for that question. So maybe Tim has more insight. I don't know. Wish he was here because he'd really enjoy that one, I think. Yeah, so we'll move on. I think it's fair